Live from the Courtyard Marriott in Nashua, New Hampshire, it's Friday Night Live with your host, radio and TV superstar, Mike Morin, featuring musical guest, Lane Davis. Thank you for supporting Marguerite's Place. And now, please welcome to the stage, Mike Morin.
Good evening. My name is Mike Morin. Here, you can have that. Radio and TV host, Nashua Telegraph columnist, and author. And again, very happy to have the opportunity to be your Master of Ceremonies. On TV this year, we're not in the big ballroom, maybe next year. But over 15 years, it's been a great pleasure for me to be associated with an organization that does so much. They have so much heart, so much soul, and that attracts a lot of people who want to contribute and be a part of that, and we're hoping that you'll be one of those people tonight. Lots of memories over 15 years of hosting, including the year the theme was, I believe it was Fire and Ice. That particular year, Fire and Ice, the theme, we had all these smoke machines in the hotel ballroom, and somehow they set off the smoke detectors. All of a sudden, the fire department, Nashua Fire Department shows up. Everybody thought it was part of the presentation. Now, Marguerite's Place is good at putting on a show, but that was above and beyond. So that was another memory that was pretty funny. Everything was wonderful as things turned out. So Marguerite's Place is a transitional living program for women with children, and stability is one of the priorities. Women in crisis don't have stability for any number of reasons. Bad relationships, addictions, and there's a lot of other reasons. Security is another huge factor. We're going to address that a little later on when we get to Funding and how you can help, because without security, you don't have stability. Self-esteem empowerment is also a big part of the program here at Marguerite's Place. When women arrive, they're pretty much at the lowest point in their lives, but as soon as they get into the groove and get some of the coaching and the love, it's like flipping a light switch. Empowerment really creates a lot of positivity with these women. Then, of course, entry into the job market. We all have to make a living, and that's important once we've covered some of the other steps to get them there. And a good example of that is somebody you're going to meet in a couple of moments. I spoke with Tina, who was greatly helped by the program and Marguerite's Place housing. She has, in turn, flipped it around and is now working on the streets with people who are homeless, people who are addicted to various substances, and you'll see how she has actually taken her life experiences and is helping others. So it comes full circle, and that's one of the things that I love about this event every year. All right, so here's some kind of interesting news. If you share the live stream that you're watching right now, share it on social media, you're automatically entered to win a $40 Happy Eats gift card. Of course, we couldn't do this without our sponsors, which we're going to highlight throughout the evening and give them some love. First, I would like to thank our platinum sponsors, Physicians Resources Limited and Microdesk, for their support. Thank you so very much. All right, I'm now being told that we have a few tickets left for the Peloton bike raffle. $50 ticket enters you to win a Peloton bike. You see them on TV all the time. It's like the thing right now. And, of course, one-year membership with it as well. Ticket sales close in just 15 minutes, and then we will pull the winner at the end of the program. So with all that housekeeping taken care of, let's begin by welcoming new board chair of Marguerite's Place, Rich Guidaboni, and executive director, Hannah Stoller.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rich Guidaboni, and I'm current chair for Marguerite's Place Board of Directors. Welcome to Friday Night Live, this year's incarnation of the annual Marguerite's Place Gala. On behalf of the MP Board of Directors, I would like to thank everyone who makes this annual event such a success and a great night of fun. The sponsors, donors, MP staff, Krista's Development Committee, and all the volunteers who have spent countless hours planning and organizing. And a big thank you to all of those joining us today online and at the watch parties. Your support is critical to providing ongoing support to MP clients, including housing, childcare, and services provided by the unbelievable staff of Marguerite's Place. For those folks that have been at previous galas, we thank you for your continued support. For those that are new to the event, thank you, and we hope that as you learn more about Marguerite's Place, it inspires you to become part of the MP community. Similar to past galas, The energetic Mike Morin will again be master of ceremonies. You'll hear a story from one of the mothers that MP serves and the impact of the program on her. And there'll be opportunities to support the organization through auctions and fund a need. I'd like to say thank you to Hannah and her dedicated staff. They have faced several challenges over the last year, and the grace with which they have endured is remarkable. We are grateful to have them in our community, and especially at Marguerite's Place. Thank you very much for your generosity, and hopefully next year we'll be able to enjoy the gala in each other's company. Thank you.
Thank you, Rich. Good evening, everyone. My name is Hannah Stoller, and I'm the Executive Director of Marguerite's Place. I'm so excited that you have joined us this evening, although I must say it's a little weird that we have to be up here dressed up knowing that the majority of you are at home on the couch in your pajamas. Nevertheless, we're grateful that you have taken the time to tune in and celebrate Marguerite's Place this evening. A silver lining of the past 6 months for me has been all the additional time I've spent connecting with my loved ones who live far away. And a silver lining of this event this evening is that we have many friends in attendance who would not usually be able to join us in person, watching now in Canada, California, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. Thank you all and welcome. Because some of our viewers tonight are brand new to Marguerite's Place, I want to start by telling you a little bit about who we are and what we do. Marguerite's Place was founded in 1994 by Sister Sharon Walsh and Sister Elaine Fahey, who were responding to a need to support mothers experiencing homelessness in Nashua. Today, we operate 3 core programs. First, our transitional housing program on Palm Street is usually the first stop for families experiencing homelessness, where they begin to stabilize, engage in career coaching, financial counseling, emotional support, and transition from crisis to stability. Once stabilized, our families may have the opportunity to move into our second step program, MP Housing, where they continue to receive career coaching and work towards market rate housing. And last but certainly not least, we have our License Plus childcare program, which provides social emotional learning, developmental and trauma-informed care to our youngest residents and community members and who need a safe space to learn, grow, and heal. So that's what our programming was like in any other year. But as you know, 2020 was far from a normal year. However, although we did have to close our facilities in March, Marguerite's Place never stopped. In fact, we stepped up and into roles supporting our families beyond what we have ever done before. For our resident families, we quickly transitioned to virtual support. Yes, like many of you at home, our staff spent many hours on Zoom and FaceTime and the phone to continue doing the important work of supporting our families, especially in this increased time of need. Our resident services team stepped up and provided rent relief, food and school supplies, and financial resources to help families bridge the gap of unemployment and to avoid a step backwards towards homelessness. As you'll hear in the upcoming resident update, through the support of Marguerite's Place, many of our families not only maintained their existing goals during the pandemic, but used this pause to do some remote learning of their own, and some even have some new degrees to show for it. For me, that's the ultimate testament to resilience, and we are so proud of them. Similarly, our childcare programming did not happen in person. Our teachers quickly transformed our online communities into virtual classrooms, providing daily activities, video bedtime stories, and family activity packages on all of the doorsteps of every child enrolled in our childcare program, to make sure that they still felt connected to us and that their families could continue to thrive. Like their parents, our children have demonstrated resilience in their quick reintegration into the classroom, and our space is once again filled with their joy and laughter. I can't mention the word resilience without thanking our staff. While we all missed seeing our Marguerite's Place families every day, they taught me an important lesson of that building community doesn't always have to happen in person. They rose to an impossible occasion and somehow kept all families connected and engaged, and it would not have been possible without them. So some quick thank yous to our residential support team, Patty, Lori, and Katie, thank you for keeping everyone supported and feeling safe. To our childcare team, Candace, Jamie, Caitlin, Abrielle, Jen, Denise, Alexis, and Destiny, thank you for going above and beyond for our kiddos. And to my behind-the-scenes team, Krista and Julie, neither this event nor any of the logistics in the past 6 months would have been possible without you. Finally, to echo Rich, a huge thank you to our board of directors for being so supportive to our families and staff through this period. This organization leads from the heart, and that has been unwavering despite these unprecedented times. Okay, let's get to our program. Even though many of you are on your couches, you have to remember we are here to raise money for Marguerite's Place. So buckle up, get your snacks, drinks, and bidding devices ready, and have some fun. Enjoy, and thank you.
Rich, Hannah, thank you very much. And it's pretty easy to see that Marguerite's Place is in good hands. And another shout out to our gold sponsors, St. Joseph Hospital and Piccola Italia Restaurant in Manchester. Thank you both very much. Now it's my pleasure to welcome our musical guest, local theater star, Lane Davis.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say. We don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say. No one will love you as you are, but won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching up to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, Another round of bullets hits my skin, but fire away, 'cause today I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching up to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen, I make no apologies. This is me, and I know that I deserve your love. There's nothing I'm not worthy of. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me.
Lane Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Lane, for your contribution tonight of your talent and your marvelous voice to Marguerite's Place. Much appreciated. Hope everybody enjoyed it. I know they enjoyed it. All right, so here's a question for you. What would FNL be without a resident update? Well, we have one for you right now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Resident Update. I'm Michael.
And I'm Andrea. We're going to jump right in with some good news. The NBA bubble worked. The LA Lakers took home their 16th championship last weekend.
Who cares? I hate the Lakers.
Don't care, Mike. The trophy was awarded in the shape of a mouse head, giving the world one more piece of evidence that Disney really is the happiest place on earth.
And in other news, for our resident update, despite the pandemic, Marguerite's Place has had enormous success this year. They've welcomed 9 new families into the program and saw 6 new families move up and out into permanent housing. One resident, Luz, is moving into her own apartment on the 15th. Marguerite's Place residents spent their time wisely this year. They earned 4 new degrees, and one of our residents just got accepted into the Purdue University Global Program and will be pursuing her degree. Our resident, Tricia, earned a medical interpretation certificate, while Christy completed the Southern New Hampshire Community Healthcare Worker Training Program. One of our moms, Tina, has completed the Recovery Coach Academy and Ethical Consideration for Recovery Coaches program. Tina works with the Revive Recovery Center, and we are so proud of the good work she is doing to give back in our community. And now it's time for a conversation on the positive aspects of our upcoming presidential elections.
Anyway, we had 7 preschoolers graduate this year and head off to kindergarten. Despite our closure during the beginning of the pandemic, all of our kindergarten-bound students left our program fully prepared academically, socially, and emotionally for the next step in their educational journey. Since our reopening, 3 toddlers have moved up to preschool. We celebrated a very merry birthday party for all of the children in the preschool class on August 5th to incorporate all of the birthdays we missed due to the program closure. We made our own pizzas for lunch, we played pin the tail on the donkey and freeze dance, each child received a small gift, and we had cupcakes to end a wonderful day together.
Former resident Carrie dropped off a large donation of items. She'd been in the program from 2016 to 2017 and recently got a new job. She is working towards her own home ownership. She's at the point now where she can give back to the program that helped get her back on her feet. This past year, 24 families were the recipients of our Christmas program. We hope to do 24 more families this year, but we're still looking for a little help for sponsorship.
I'm pee my pants excited, Mike, to report that we currently have 4 friends working on potty learning who rely heavily on a steady supply of pull-ups to become independent in these habits. So any donation of pull-ups, diapers, and wipes are helpful. Hint, hint.
I think the staff would greatly appreciate that help. Guess what, folks? That's the news. Weekend updates, and we are out of here.
Ooh, ooh!
All right, so I have a question, all right? Can I ask another question? How did we get Tina Fey? How did that happen? We got a bigger budget than I thought for this show. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, our update. All right, let's give a shout out to our silver sponsors. They're very important to us here at MP. Corvo Insurance Agency and Enterprise Bank. We love you guys. Thank you. All right, it's time to cover what your donations are going to help pay for. Now, we've got different levels of donations and giving, and these aren't always exactly what the money is going to go for, but it kind of gives you an example on how the money that you pledge tonight is going to help out Marguerite's Place and all the residents that you are going to meet in the coming moments here of this show. All right, let's start with $2,500 at the top level. That provides approximately 2 weeks of supportive services for one client. This looks different for every resident, but includes anything ranging from resources, emotional support, referrals, coaching, stabilizing, resources for children, housing advocacy, court accompaniment, and more. A personalized case of management relationship is the bridge for our families, helping them transition from crisis to stability and eventually self-sufficiency. That's $2,500. Now we move to the level of giving at $1,000, and that covers a lot too, but we got a lot of expenses here. All right, so it covers the cost of career and educational advancement. Sometimes this looks like a stipend to attend a job training program that will provide a mother with a wage to afford a market rate apartment. Other times, these costs include testing fees, uniforms, scrubs, textbooks, licensing fees, and trade necessities such as nursing supplies. These technical tools are crucial to achieving next step goals. All right, now we're at $500. And that covers 6 months of plastic gloves for our child care program. Plastic gloves are used to change 100 diapers a day that you heard Adrienne refer to, Tina Fey, a moment ago. As you can imagine, we go through a lot of plastic gloves and a whole lot of diapers. All right, let's get down to $250. That will pay for 1 week of groceries for the Child Care Center. Every child enrolled in our child care program receives a USDA-approved breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack. We're able to keep those costs low due to the amazing army of volunteers who help us prepare our lunches every day of the week. Level of giving now is at $150. Very important money coming in to cover our costs to rekey locks for our apartments. Remember we talked about security, how important it is. A lot of these women coming from situations that are frankly quite frightening. This kind of helps put everybody at ease. Not only a necessity, safeguard, but an important part of peace of mind. At $100, that helps offset the cost of providing resources and classes to our resident families, like parenting classes, financial literacy resources, mental health consultations, and self-care. The important skills will help our parents gain the confidence and tools they need to move forward on their journey to self-sufficiency. And finally, $50, milk money covers the cost for milk the kids will use at child care over the course of just 1 week. So there you go. That's how you can help. And that's how the money that you pledged tonight to MP Housing and Marguerite's Place will be used. Recently, I had the pleasure of sitting down with Tina, a resident of Marguerite's Place. Boy, has she got a story. I'd like you to watch it right now. I would like you to meet Tina, who is a current resident from Marguerite's Place, who has a story that is pretty amazing, and the fact that she has come to the point she has with the help of Marguerite's Place is a story worth listening to and supporting. Tina, welcome today. Thanks for coming.
Thanks. It's nice to meet you.
You as well. So you came to Marguerite's Place almost a year ago, right?
Yes, sir.
Give me just a little bit of the path that got you to where you are and now on your way to success, but maybe some of the tougher times to get you here.
I had been in recovery from substance use disorder for 6 years. I was going to college, had my own daycare, and my daughter, and I had a reoccurrence of substance use disorder. So I fell hard, and I put myself into treatment. And then from there, I went to Marguerite's Place, got my license back, got my car back on the road, got my daughter back, and I just signed my second contract with AmeriCorps.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And there were relationship issues prior to that as well, which certainly feeds into, I would think, the addiction as well.
It actually was the contributing factor to my reoccurrence.
Sure. So nearly a year later, you've picked yourself up and you're on track. How do you know it's not going to happen again?
You don't know if it's going to happen again or not.
Okay.
You never know. I always say make your reoccurrences productive. Instead of dwelling on the guilt and the shame, what did I learn from this? And the biggest thing I learned from this last reoccurrence was it will get you, no matter how prepared you are. All it takes is one negative emotion at the wrong place at the wrong time. You let your guard down for a second, and there it is.
You've mentioned your daughter. Your daughter is Faith.
Yes, sir.
Her age is?
6.
So what does she know about her mom? And, she's lived with you, but there were times when you didn't have her.
When my reoccurrence happened, her father got emergency custody full-time. And I had supervised visits here and there. She knows Mommy was sick. And she knows Mommy went to the hospital and treatment so Mommy could get better. But she still talks about it. She says, remember when you had to go away? I said, yes. She's like, Mommy, I don't want to lose you like that again.
So you have permanent custody, correct?
Yes, I got that back when I went to Marguerite's Place.
So that's a bit of a motivation to stay clean and sober.
That definitely is.
Right?
That definitely is.
And yeah, so tell me some of the things she likes to do, because I know there's of course education, there's recreation, there's socializing. Is she thriving?
She is more than thriving. She comes home and the first thing she wants to do is visit her friends, the little girls her age that live there as well. She likes to go play on the playground. There's one specific staff member that she has made crafts for to say thank you for giving her her own bedroom. Thank you for giving her a home for her and her mommy to live in. So she feels safe there too.
How much of the success you've enjoyed would be possible without the help you got at Marguerite's Place?
I've done all of this since I've been at Marguerite's.
Right.
So the biggest thing for me about Marguerite's is the belief that they have in me.
Because if you don't have that self-worth, how can you share it with your daughter? How can you be an example for her? Because she needs to have that strength, right?
She does. And from the moment I went in and had my interview with the ladies, the staff, you could see in their eyes, they really have belief in me. They give me a lot of encouragement. Right. They talk about not just in my addiction, in my schooling, in my career as a mom to faith. Because as much as I say you can't dwell in the grief and whatnot, when it comes to my daughter, I still beat myself up for having active addiction happen while I'm being a parent to her. And that's still hard for me to swallow. I never wanted Faith to have a parent that was in active addiction. So giving the encouragement and from the ladies at Marguerite's goes a long way.
Sure. And now you're there for a lot of people who need you. Not only your daughter, but the people in the streets. Tina with an amazing story, and it's all because of the help and her own inner resources for Marguerite's Place. Raw, emotional, honest. How much courage did that take for Tina to sit down and just kind of open up the way she did? We do this every year, but it's usually in front of a room full of 300 or 400 people on stage. And it's always emotional, and it always gets to me. And it got to Tina. And we thank her for sharing that, because that's exactly the point of this evening, is the fact that somebody like her, addicted, not living in a healthy relationship with a daughter, life turns around here at Marguerite's Place. Oh, by the way, that was just maybe 5 minutes worth of our 15-minute conversation, and there are more raw moments that I think if you connected at all with her story, there's a lot more that we share. And you can see the full interview starting tomorrow at margueritesplace.live. That's margueritesplace.live, and I encourage you to do that. Don't forget, the Fund a Need portion of our evening helps cover the costs of this amazing program that brings the needed services to many women just like Tina that are turning their lives around with the help of Marguerite's Place. So far, I'm told we're at, what, 50%, all right? So we need to do better than that. We need to get more stories like Tina's that we can celebrate. All right, I know we have a lot of generous friends watching tonight, so let's take a peek at one of our watch parties now. Brian Hall and Renee Whiteley, they're Marguerite's Place members, and they have a watch party going on right now in Amherst. So I think through the miracle of technology, and there they are. How you guys doing?
Doing great, Mike. How are you?
Having a great time, enjoying bringing the great news of Marguerite's Place and their success stories. But I got to ask the most important question. You got a a watch party going on. What do you have for snacks? What's the food?
Yeah, we pizza. We're all pizza.
Pizza is great. We're at the Courtyard Marriott in Nashua tonight with our live streaming event, and they had some of the best bread pizza, thin crust pizza that I've had in a long time, so I'm glad that we're sharing that. But what I want you to do right now is share the reason that you got involved. You're both obviously very involved with Marguerite's Place. You're on the board, and apparently your dog approves of what's going on tonight. Tell me why. Tell me why you became involved with this. But Brian, we'll start with
you. Here our dog's having some fun too. So for Mike, it was easy for me, right? I grew up in Nashua. and in particular around the neighborhoods where Marguerite's place is today, and had a lot of friends that ended up with single parent families, and at that time you really saw the hardships they went through, which was really important. So even as a kid, I saw those struggles, and now you consider what a single parent goes through. Plus, you add in all the challenges the women and children of Marguerite's place, their population struggle with, right? So not only are they struggling with normal single parent stuff, they're struggling with potentially drug addiction, homelessness, abusive relationships, and to me, it's what Marguerite's place offers isn't just a necessity. It's absolutely about survival. So for me, it was an easy decision. I know the same thing for Renee, and I don't think it's about why we support it. I think it's more about how can we not support this great organization.
Well, I didn't know that about you, Brian, that your life was set so very closely, almost on a parallel to a lot of the women and their children who are helped by Marguerite's Place. Now, I don't know if Renee is mic'd up or if you have anything you would contribute in terms of, she shakes her head no. All right, so Brian, you're the official spokesperson. It sounds like the dog was mic'd up, by the way.
The dog definitely was, yeah.
And I figured out the problem with the dog. You mentioned pizza, and the dog is going, where's mine?
Right.
All right, so what, put the word out. We know now that you've got a personal connection, and that's so important to know. So we know that you're speaking from the heart. What would you tell people watching right now that we would like to ask them to support the cause that you are so very much involved with?
Yeah, I think we all know that it's a great purpose. It's an incredible purpose. And we've been thankful. Thanks for all of our friends that are here tonight supporting this, and our friends, some of our Nashuans that came in from Canada and Pennsylvania and Mass and other parts of the country that we were able to reach out virtually to. But we're super excited. We know now more than ever, Marguerite's Place and the homeless mothers and children need our support. So we're super excited. I think this group, as a whole, we're gonna, we've committed to raise about $10,000, a little over $10,000.
Oh, wow!
For Marguerite's Place. I think if we keep the wine flowing a little bit, we're gonna get a little higher. But we're super excited. Big number, and we're gonna keep pushing.
Brian and Renee, so good to have you, and I'm glad you mentioned the money that you raised, $10,000, with all the friends that are a part of the party tonight. So thank you to Brian and Renee for our live viewer party this evening. If you are hosting your own party, post a picture to hashtag FNL2020. And I'm talking to my wife, Barbara, and our dog, Basha. You can't have that dog outdo our dog. So take a picture of your little party at home and send it to hashtag FNL2020. And watch our social media for them. All right, let's keep those bids rolling in, folks. And some more thank yous, of course. Our bronze sponsors, AmeriHealth Caritas, New Hampshire, Mata Family Dunkin' Donuts, Eaton and Berube Insurance Agency, KW Management, also thank you, Lowell 5, Massey Plumbing, Melanson Heath, The Nature of Things, and the Tully Automotive Group. So throughout this pandemic, the teachers at Marguerite's Place went above and beyond to keep our families connected, supported, and engaged. From daily check-ins to nighttime stories on Zoom, they were there with the families every step of the way. So let's see what a few of their little friends have to say.
What do you like about Marguerite's Place?
That there's so many toys, lots of toys. I like to eat food.
You like to eat food here?
Yeah.
What else do you like about school?
I like to learn stuff. It has the best food. That I get to learn stuff. About apples. It's about all the toys. I like friends.
You like friends the most? Other than eating, what's your other favorite thing?
Playing. Making some pictures for family.
Haley, why do you like coming to school here?
Because I like making stuff fun for me. Like playing block center, and I don't know anything else. About animals.
What do you know about animals?
That they kind of wiggling it. That they rah.
Yeah.
I like giraffes. I like to play cars.
What is your favorite thing about your teacher?
Make me feel better. I like them. I like when they make stuff. If we make a puzzle, they help me when I get hurt. They help me do a puzzle. They help everybody.
What about this? Can you tell me how you feel when you're at school?
Happy.
Why do you feel happy at school?
Because I get to learn. I'm really happy to see Jay, Alexis, and Jen.
Oh, that's so nice, Brennan. How do you feel when you're at school?
Good.
Why do you feel good at school?
Because I feel really happy because I want my family to be happy and go to graduation. I want another graduation.
No, we're not having another graduation, but who's your best friend?
Haley.
Why is Haley your best friend?
Because he's my best friend with Sharon.
Who's your best friend at school?
Haley.
Why is Haley your best friend?
Because I like her.
But what do you like about her?
Being friends.
What do you play?
Castles.
As our biggest fundraiser of the year, the money raised tonight provides critical operational support to programs that transform the lives of our families here in Nashua and those cute faces that you just saw on your screen. We're so grateful for the important part you play in the lives of the Marguerite's Place families and appreciate any donation you are able to make.
So we had it all tonight. We had cute kids and we had puppy dogs.
There you go.
Aren't those the two big money grabbers? Well, I hope so. Hey, the auction's going to be open for 3 more days. So get your bid in and get some of those items that, you hope to be the top bidder for. All right, so we've had a lot of people that each paid $50 to get in for tonight's premium raffle prize, and that is a Peloton bike and 1-year membership. And I'll ask Hannah to pick the winner and read the name with the good news.
Oh, can't do that one. It's my husband. Sorry. And the winner is Ed Kidder.
You're in trouble when you get home. You realize that, right? You picked my name and I didn't win the Peloton. Well, I understand. So we have the winner, and it's been a fun night. We thank you so much for tuning in this evening and supporting the mission of Marguerite's Place. We have a wonderful staff that helped put this together. TS Productions, just phenomenal work, and thank you, and Rich. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, because it's you that makes the difference for Marguerite's Place. Thank you, and good night.
Night.